What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be going over the charts. First, the Dow, then the DXY, then, of course, Bitcoin. I do think Bitcoin is very close to topped out here, if not topped out already. If you guys remember back at around 48K, everything felt the same. Everything looked the same in the charts, and we got a huge dump. I think something rather big is going to be happening. I don't know if it's going to be today, tomorrow, next week, but very soon something is going to happen, and I believe it's going to take these markets down. Let's look at the charts, and I'll show you the invalidation points on the Dow Jones, and we'll look at DXY. But the Dow, as you guys know, we've been watching this top trend line. We have hit it a couple times, which technically could mean it's weakening and we get a break above. But where is that line today? Around 34,300. I'm not sure what the pre-markets are doing. Pre-markets are negative right now, but we've been watching this trend line for a long time. I said, if we can get above this and get support, start opening and closing dailies above that on the Dow Jones, then possibly we get another big leg up. I know a lot of people are looking for $30,000, $40,000 Bitcoin. I do have a target as possibly 31,000 at the highest, but we'll take a look at that. And as you guys know, my invalidation point has been 25,800. We still have not broken it in the weekly. And here is the DXY. And like I said, guys, we're in between these EMAs right here, getting pinched in between the 8, 13, 21 and the 55. Once we break this 55 at 103.9 and get support upon that, our next target for that is going to be around 104.69, 104.70, which is also our fib right here, right? Once we get above that, break above that, get support, I think it's super bad news for Bitcoin and super good news for the DXY. I think the dollar is still bullish as hell, guys. Now, a lot of people look at this as a big dump, but if you zoom out, this is just a pullback. This is truly just a pullback, in my opinion. All right. So on the monthly has not closed yet, but last month's close showed a hidden bearish divergence. Right now, remember, the RSI follows the body of the candle, not the wick. So the wick can be way up here. The body's down here. The body's where the RSI stops. So as of right now, looking at this on the monthly, we're getting a bounce off here. And what would that target be from the break above this falling channel? That would get us around that 31,000. That's what I talked about in the bullish case scenario, but we still have to see how this monthly closes. I think there's a good possibility this monthly closes back inside this range and continues our hidden bearish divergence. But if we close up in here, that will invalidate the hidden bearish divergence right here, guys. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Let's take a look at the weekly. Again, in the weekly, we would need a weekly close above 24,362, a weekly close above 24,362 to invalidate this yellow hidden bearish divergence here. Nevertheless, even if we get up those higher highs, we still have massive hidden divergence on this white trend line right here, right? So if we actually use this as a trend line right down here on the RSI, we do have more room for more upside here. Could that be that 31,000? Definitely a possibility. But remember, guys, this feels an awful lot alike, just like it felt up here at 48K. I think when this thing turns around, it's going to turn around and be brutal. Like I said, look for big news or big something. The charts are saying there's something bad coming for the markets. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. Links down below in the description. You can also use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. Guys, if you are trading, make sure you use stops. Just be careful out there. You know, a lot of people just go in, try to get rich off one trade. You're going to lose your ass if you do that. You're going to lose trades. Just keep your losses small. Ride the winners. That's how you trade. Anyone that says they win every trade is absolutely lying to you 100%. So anyways, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, all from one exchange. So you don't have to have a bunch of different exchanges. You can change, you can trade everything from this exchange. So definitely check them out. All right. So this is the downward channel that we have been watching here in yellow, right? Or green, whatever. You guys know I'm colorblind. Not sure which color these lines are, but these lines right here. So we did get a pop above, came back down below. I'm still looking at these as having some importance, but I'm not real. I mostly like looking at this, guys, from a very old chart back here. I don't know if I still have it around here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Right here. Just a range right here between this 15.6 and 25,000, right? And once that breaks, then we come back down to this range. I still believe my target for middle or end of this year, actually September, October, is around possibly as low as 35 to 4,500. Now, if you guys remember me saying that stuff, let me pull this up real quick. Right here. We talked about this back then. Let me turn this stop on. If it was to break out up here, that would get this video was from about 50 long time ago. This was what, 10 months ago. Range. So
now this is in the 4 hour.
You guys look at what I was calling back then. People were calling me crazy. I was getting the same type
confused on that. It's actually pretty simple.
Craziness
so anyways, we've been looking at this
chat.
for a long time.
Everybody
Once
gets
we
really
broke
rude
here,
really,
our target was, again, 23 to 24,
and
just
I
like
told
we
you
talked
so,
about over
Bitcoin
there.
bottomed.
Still believe we're heading in that
a lot
direction.
back here, guys. Just be careful.
So right now, we're looking at this as a possible triangle.
Right, all them people that were getting puffy chest and Bitcoin's going to the moon and the same type of stuff you're having here, guys, right? Look at the big picture, okay? Let's pull up a clear chart here and look at the big picture, right? So this is what I'm calling for still, unless we break above this 55 EMA, which is around the 25.8. If we have a weekly candle open and close, the same candle open and close above this 25.8, then I consider the bottom being in. But until then, nothing has changed in this chart at all. And if you look at what's going on here, guys, what is telling anybody the bottom's in? This is not how a bottom forms. This is how a bottom forms, right? Takes a long time. Not this, not a bounce up and go straight to the moon. Unless they made Bitcoin the world currency or something. It's not happening right now, right? So unless we break this, like I've been saying for a very long time, the 55 EMA, and actually it's a little bit lower than that now, but we're going to keep it at 25.8. A weekly candle open and close above that, then we get bullish. There's nothing to be bullish about here, guys. In the macro, there is no macro reversal that these people are talking about, right? If you look at the macro, and you can go into, let's see if I got it in a bigger, let me see, try to find it in what I had. I guess I don't have one on different, but guys, we've never been below the 200 EMA for as long as we have either, right? That's pretty bearish. We've never even been able to open or close a weekly below this 200 EMA. We've been below it for a very long time. We are still below it. Again, guys, nothing bullish here in the macro. The macro is still pointing to the downside. Nothing has changed. I'm going to repeat that so many times because I know it pisses a lot of people off. Nothing has changed when nothing has changed, right? God, these people that are screaming the bottoms in, I honestly feel sorry for them because we've seen them do this all over. We've seen them do it up here, right? On this little pump. We've seen them, then we had this drop, then we had this pump. And I made videos back here. You can look back in my March videos, right? Warning people that this was it. It was coming back down. And I was giving you the targets below. Same thing, same sentiment we're having right now. It doesn't mean we can't get up a little higher. But what it does mean is we have much more downside. See, when we had this big drop here, right? Down this first big one here, and we pumped up. All them bulls were really bullish, just like now. Getting people buy in, that was it. Buy the dip, buy the dip. And you got up to about 52, and then you had another crash to about 31. Then people wish they would have sold up here, right? Then you get a little rally up. Remember, the last high that they wish they would have sold at was 52,000. And then they get a rally up. This one only got to 45, but they thought it was going to new all-time highs. And then it made a low. Then they wish they would have sold up here. So this was at 45. Then they get up to 48. The same people that were telling you to buy at 45 are telling you that was it. Buy at 48, and then you make a lower low. And I explained this all year last year, how these bear markets work and how the bear market rallies just keep you sucked in to keep exit liquidity. This is a nice little exit liquidity pump here, guys. Just be careful. Again, if we start closing weekly, open and close a weekly candle above 25.8, then I will start to look bullish. And what would my targets be after that? Well, they're right here, right? I showed you guys this a while back. Let me actually go into the daily and make it a little bit clearer. But if we do break above that 25.8, right, then this target comes into effect at 31.5, 31.2-ish. And that's same thing here, the measured move of the breakout here. So around 31,000. But that's the bullish case if we break this 25.8 and open and close a weekly above that, right? Otherwise, I think this is nothing more than another bear market rally to get people sucked in, to take your money, to go down to lower lows. Also, if you look here, we're making higher highs right here, lower highs right here. Now let's go to the 4-hour real quick. You can see these blue trend lines I have drawn off here, right? So let's take a look at where these targets are. This is, you know, if you wanted to short up here and put some stops above, maybe a good place to short. I actually shorted 24,720, but I have my stops at 25.8. So if it stops me out, then I look for another trade, right? But safely to get in a trade would be trade if you break this trend line again, depending on if, when, and where it broke, be around 20. We can get rid of this now. Around 22,550, possibly 22.6, somewhere in there. Break below there, then we look for a bounce on this trend line. And guys always expect, or people always expect, all these moves to drop 10, 15 grand in a day, which can happen, but that's not how markets work, guys. It's slow, it's drawn out. You catch nice big moves here and there, but let's look at, so if it got down to this 21.8 and broke, right, what would the target be? That'd be looking at this as a rising broadening wedge. Boom, that would get us right down to, look at that, a high volume node around that 16.5. Once we break this trend line here, guys, like I said, I believe we come down and test this 13.5 zone. 9,500 is still my false bottom target, which also could be the real bottom. But remember, I still believe even if this was the false bottom, we still have another low coming, right? That's just how bubble pop patterns work. We're going to take a look at gold and silver and stuff too. Let me look at, just want to show you this. So obviously .com bubble, Bitcoin bubble. Nothing's changed here. Yes, we got a rally, guys. We got plenty of rallies here that we didn't get over here too, right? We're getting this rally. I think we're coming back down still to get our false bottom pop up. But remember, if this was the false bottom like it was here, we still got one more low coming, right? So if we do get down on the next low, start buying some. If you think that that's the bottom, true bottom, start dollar cost averaging in. Depending on how it forms, I may. I'm probably going to, if we get down to the lower lows, I'm probably going to get in and then I'm going to wait for a false rally after that, another one. We'll see how it plays out. I'll let you guys know what I'm doing. But so far, nothing's really changed here, guys, at all. And we've always had this 55 EMA. Like, now I get things in the comments saying, you were wrong. I knew it. Blah, blah, blah. Well, how am I wrong? Nothing invalidated my chart yet, guys. Also, look at the Nintendo bubble pop. This one never even hit its new all-time high. It's been over 15 years, but you can see right here. Look at this. Look at the similarities. You get your first pump here. You get a big dump. You get a lower low. Big, huge rally. And then just another dump, guys. Same thing. If this was to happen this way, this one went 85%. So 85 or 88%, 88%, 89. It'd be about 7,500. Either way, like I said, I think we still have a lower low. Now, could this go up a little bit higher? Yes, possible. Let me show you that on the 4-hour. So get a wick up here to retest this or something in there. 26,000 maybe. 26.1 possibly. But let's get back over here. Here's another. Here, where is it? Here's another one. Sony, right? See this big rally here? Huge rally. These are all weekly charts, guys. And then a lower low. And then we had some funky, big, long-term craziness here even after that, and then continuation of the downside. But do you see what I'm getting at here, guys? This is a typical bear market rally, right? That's all we're seeing. I do not see anything other than a bear market rally here. That's going to fade away, and it'll probably fade fast. As you can see, they usually fade pretty damn quickly. You'll have, this took months, right, to come back down. Might take a couple months. As you guys know, I look for the false bottom in February or March. We're in the middle of February. Maybe it takes till April. But either way, and if we don't get that, then maybe I was wrong and we bottomed. Until then, nothing has changed. All right. Gold. Gold, same thing, guys. Gold's dumping here. You guys know my target for gold's 1559. This chart is over a year old. If we break 1559, I look for 1400. If 1400 breaks, next target's around 12. Silver, same thing. My next target is 1560. Still been that forever. This chart, actually, we made this target back here in July of 2021. So well over a year old, guys. All these charts are still playing out beautifully. Oil, still looking for the 1650. If that 1650 breaks, oil's in serious trouble. Like I said, guys, there's something weird happening. Those charts are showing something is up. Something massive is coming. Be careful. Be cautious. And I don't think it's going to be a big rally to the upside, guys. Just don't see it. Everything is looking pretty damn bearish. Except the DXY. DXY is the only thing that rises in a bear market, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out of here. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Share the video. One more time, smash those thumbs up. I know a lot of people forget to do that. So thanks a lot, guys. I'm out.